Okay.
Vince Lombardi said, "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." For those who don't know, Vince Lombardi is a legendary NFL coach, player, and executive. His success and determination to win made him a national symbol for football. He also has the accolade of having the NFL Super Bowl trophy named in his honor. I'll share many of his wise words with you today. Pictured is Vince Lombardi himself after winning the Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers, and a picture of the trophy itself. By a show of hands, how many of you have children or as children yourselves played or participated in youth sports? Okay, so we've all taken part as a player, coach, family member, or spectator in some way, shape, or form. We know the lessons that we or our kids can take away from sports at a young age, but today we'll focus on football. As most of you know, my name is Jessica. In our home, I have 3 teenage boys who follow in my husband's footsteps with a love for football. Seen from the photos, we have collectively 20 seasons of youth football and more to come. Personally, I've been on the sideline for more than half of those seasons as a mom, as a business manager, formerly known as a team mom, and as a stats keeper. For us, football is more than just a game. As said by Larry Fitzgerald, wide receiver of the Arizona Cardinals, faith, family, and football, in that order. From the moment your children show an interest in football, it gets to be a little bit overwhelming. But it's important to remember that football is more than just a contact sport. Today we'll talk about the benefits of participation. We'll learn about commitment, the leadership skills that your kids can attain, and information on safety measures that are taken. Most people fail, not because of lack of desire, but because of lack of commitment. Vince Lombardi. Next slide. There's a picture of this thing. Football requires a commitment from not only the players, but the parents. For young athletes, commitment has its rewards. Commitment is expected and necessary in youth football. It requires that they commit their time, they commit to their team, commit to be physically ready for competition, and maintain academic excellence. With all of this, an aspiration to excel as an integral member of the team is felt. Professor Tara Scanlon of De Montfort University conducted studies which concluded in published works that resulted in the sport commitment model. The sport commitment model was created after she examined motivation behind persistent commitment in organized sports. This model is broken down into 5 categories. Each are different. Sport involvement is a positive response to sport experience that reflects generalized feelings like pleasure, liking, and fun. Involvement alternatives include attractiveness of the most preferred alternative to continued participation. Personal investments are personal resources put into the activity which cannot be recovered if participation ceases. Social constraints are expectations or norms that create feelings of obligation to remain in the activity. And involvement opportunities are valued opportunities that present only through consistent involvement, that are presented only through consistent involvement. The combination of these determine the sport commitment of each individual. Within this research, 2 types of commitment are also identified. Each are psychological constructs in a sport over time. The first is an enthusiastic commitment, the desire and resolve to persist. The second is constrained consistent commitment, which is perceptions of obligation to persist. Leaders aren't born, they are made. Vince Lombardi. It is common knowledge that the coach is the leader of the team. Coaches can't be on the field during play, so it's important that players understand their role as a leader when their coach can't be present. Oftentimes, players are selected as captains by the coaches and teammates. They represent the team on the field and before the game for the coin toss, which would be pictured on the slide if the pictures were loaded. Next slide. In an article on livestrong.com, a website created to provide content that is meant to inspire its audience, author Kat North talks about leaders in sports as demonstrating the same qualities that they expect from their team members. In other words, lead by example. Be disciplined, practice good sportsmanship, demonstrate respect towards others, and good character. In 2018, my youngest child's team participated in the Pop Warner Super Bowl in Walt Disney World, Florida, and beat all of the Arizona and regional teams to compete. There, they won the prestigious Sportsmanship Award, which is pictured, for their behavior as a team during the week-long event, both on and off the field. Football is blocking and tackling. Everything else is mythology. From the outside, football is viewed as unsafe with potentially harmful outcomes. With time, thankfully, safety has evolved, and providing education and training has become an integral part of the game, in both youth, with Pop Warner, and professional athletes in the NFL. After all, it's what parents expect, and it's what athletes deserve. USA Football, a recognized sport organization, developed the Heads Up Football program to aid in promoting better coaching with safety. With this, coaches receive training and certification in football safety, and most certified leagues now require this for coaches prior to the start of the season. This is also available to parents. Prior to the season, players practice without equipment to get acclimated to the heat, which helps prevent heat-related illnesses. It's imperative, especially in Arizona, given the weight of the equipment and the intensity of the game. Maintaining proper hydration also helps to manage the heat, including drinking sports drinks over water when exercise exceeds 60 minutes. Some of the techniques behind heads-up tackling are first taught to coaches. This includes how to conquer the shoulder tackle and how to secure the tackle. Next slide. With proper equipment as a key safety component, USA Football provides the following pictures as a demonstration as to how to properly fit your athlete. Individual commitment to a group effort, that is what makes a teamwork. Now that we've taken time to understand the lessons children learn as a direct result of playing youth football, which is understanding about commitment, developing leadership activities, and proper measures to safely enjoy the sport, remember, this is more than just a contact sport, but this is the pursuit of excellence. As Vince Lombardi said, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence.
You had to have some Disney, huh?
She wouldn't let me do Disney.
I had to throw a little bit in there.
It all ties together. All right. Shy, you're next.